Now, present session we are going to discuss with the arrays and its operations. So, data structure, subject of data structure and applications. So, what is mean by array? Array is the container which can hold and a fixed number of items, and these items should be the same type. Most of the data structures make use of arrays to implement their algorithm. Following are the important terms to understand the concept of array. So the main terms of in array is element and index. So what is mean by element? Each item stored in an array is called as an element, and index is each location of element in an array as a numerical index, which is used to identify the element. Array representation and array can be declared in a various ways in a different languages. For illustration, let's take a C array declaration. So coming to the what are the important points involved in array system. So first one is the array can be declared in a various ways in a different language. For illustration, let's take C array. We are already discussed that one. As per the above illustration, following are the important points to be considered. First one is the index start with the zero value. So please remember everyone, when we are starting with the index of data in a array is the starting from the zero value. Array length is the 10, which means it can store the 10 elements. For example, we can fetch an into array. It is the 10 numbers in a 35, 33, and 42, 10, 14, 19, 27, 44, and 26, 31. So element index is the starting from the 0 to 9 values. Here is the total size of the array is the 10. So coming to the multi-dimensional array. What is the multi-dimensional array? What kind of involvement is there in a multi-dimensional array in a data structure and application subject? So the array discussed so far are known as a one-dimensional arrays because of one the data is organized linearly in a only one direction. Many applications require that data be stored in a more than the one dimension, and the present figure shows here the table which is commonly called a two-dimensional array. So here is the rows and columns. See, here is the 5 rows is there, 4 columns we have. So totally the scores of the totally we have to find here the bubble. It is the black bubble is showing that we have to find the score of the present array is 2 into 3, 2 into 3. Second row and third column we have to representation. So this is the representation of the multi-dimensional array in terms of the two-dimensional array. Coming to the data structures and applications in a module 1. So data structure and application module 1, and the main important things we are already discussed about that structure and unions and pointers. So what is that structure? We know that it is a divide the character in a primitive and non-primitive. Under that we have to see that non-primitive section we have seen the structure and the unions and the pointer types of data structures. So here is the how we can representation of this structure and the union. So here is the specified the structure in the point of view. Syntax is equals to syntax is the closed bracket, bracket. So we have to character x and float for y we have to seen. At the same time we have to mention the unions. So here union function is the union empirically. So for example, here is the structure operations. We have a 5 bytes in terms of x and y is structure variable. At the same time, memory sharing is the x and y is a union variable. 4 bytes we have to allocated storage and equal to largest one. So here is a main important thing. Main important data structure is the non-primitive, under the data structure is the unions. What is mean by unions? Up to programmer to determine how to interpret a union, which is the number to access. First thing we have to access the number, then only it can be realized what kind of number we have to access. Like that we have to see. So at the same time, often used in a conjunction with a type variable that indicates how to interpret the union value. That is the main important. So here is the different types of data structures we have to, that is the integer and data types, sorry, data types, integer, float and strings. We have to go for the structure variable. So in that structure variable, a number type is we have to access the access type to determine the how to interpret the values. So that we can see the by using of unions. Now we are going to the very important part in data structure and application, that is called as a structures. Why we need to go to study the structures? What kind of importance is there in a structure in a data? So remember that C structure declaration create a data type that group objectives of a possible different types of in different types into a single objective. So we can convert the many objectives, we have to go for the single objectives. So that is the main importance of the structures. Implementation similar to arrays. So this is the structure also, it is the implementation of similar to the arrays. So all components are stored in a contiguous region of memory, first one. And second one is the a pointer to a structure is the address of its a first byte. So that is the main important thing. A pointer to structure is the address of its a first byte, and the compiler contains maintains information about each structure type is indicating the bytes of set of each field. So generates the reference to structure elements using these offsets as a displacement in a memory referencing instructions. So this is the about of importance in a structures in a data structure and application subject. So the dynamic memory allocations. What is the importance of the dynamic memory allocation in a data structure and applications? Why we need to go for the study of a particular topic? What is the important? Dynamic memory allocation means see, sometimes, for example, sometimes amount of data cannot be predicted before hand. Number of data items keeps changing during the program execution. That is the main thing. Example: search for an element in an array of n elements. One solution is the find the maximum possible values of n and allocate an array of n elements wasteful of memory space. So see, here is the first thing, waste of memory, and second, as an n may be the much smaller in some executions, that is also possibility there. So second is the second example, maximum value of n may be the 10,000, but a particular run may needs a search only among the 100 elements. So using array of size 10,000 always waste of memory in most of cases, right? That is the true, because of we are what we are using here the here for 10,000 means it is a waste of memory space. Almost the space is the waste. So we can use that array, then it is each and everything utilized properly, and we can allocation of data, it is very easy. So that is the problem with the arrays. So better solution what is there? The better solution is the what is there? Dynamic memory allocation. So now how much memory is needed after the program is run? Example, ask the user enter from the keyboard, dynamically allocated only the amount of memory needed. So C provides a function to dynamically allocate memory, that is called as a malloc, callec and relec functions. So dynamic allocations of 2D arrays. So recall that address, that is I and j. The elements is found by first finding the address first element of I through, and the adding is the j to it. So now think of 2D array dimensions. So for example, we seen a previous thing, it is the 2D multi-dimensional array. So m by n rows and columns. So m 1D array and each within the Ln elements is such that the starting address of the m array is contiguous, so that starting address of kth row can be found by the adding 1 to the starting address of k minus 1th row. This is done by allocating an array of p of m pointers, the pointer p of k, to store the starting address of the kth row. So the continuation of memory allocation is now allocate the m arrays each of n elements with the p of k holding the pointer of the kth row array. Now p can be subscripted and used as a 2D array. Address of p and p of ij is equals to p plus star mark p plus I plus j. Noted that star p plus I is the pointer itself. See here is the star mark, it is the noted that is the pointer, and p is the pointer to a pointer. So this is the about of arrays, and what is the importance of arrays, and on that under the section of arrays we have to discuss with the structures and unions and pointers, and at the same time what is the importance of dynamic memory allocations in the data structure and applications. So this is the about of present sessions, and next session we are going to continue with the array operations in different scenarios. So this is the about of present sessions, and we learned in these present sessions in a array and array types and multi-dimensional array types, and what is the importance of array, and secondly structures and unions and pointers, and what is the importance of unions, and what is the importance of structures we seen. And next topic we covered in this session, uh, dynamic memory allocations for the data structures, how it's important. So what are the problem in a array, then that array space waste of space to overcome by using the data memory allocation process. So this is the about of present session. Then next we'll continue with the array operations. So thank you.